You could have this engine. I'm giving this away. Yes, I'm giving this engine away. So if you're interested, stick around. Let's talk about that. If you've watched some of my short content, you'll recognize this engine right here. This is a Suzuki 20 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. I got this a little while ago, knowing that it didn't run. It seized up. What had happened is it had sucked some dirt up in it, or some sand, I guess, up through the cooling system, caused it to overheat, made an overheat alarm go off, and it stopped running, I guess. Somebody got the engine, took it all apart, cleaned it out, got it running again. They took it out one time, the overheat alarm went off again, and I think it seized up on them when they were out. This engine's only a few years old. This might be like 5 years old, tops. It's a Suzuki DF20, 20 horsepower, 4-stroke, short shaft, outboard motor, outboard engine. It's in really, really great shape, except for the fact that it's locked up. Now, I did do a couple of checks to make sure it wasn't just the, the safety on there. I actually took the pull starter off, put a socket on the flywheel, and tried pushing it both ways, and it wouldn't budge. However, people have told me from watching those short videos that it might be able to be freed up. The reality is I have too many projects right now to work on this. This has been kicking around in my garage now for maybe a year. It's been here a while, and I have too many other things going on. And as I was looking around at the projects and everything that I have, I thought, this one's over my head anyway. It's going to require money probably to get it running. And I don't think I really need this engine right now. So I'm offering it to you for free. But there's a few catches. So let's talk about some of the catches with this. First of all, this engine was originally bought, I guess, here in Maryland, and it's lived here in Maryland, so I don't have a title or any registration documentation for this engine. So if you're in a state that requires titles or documentation for engines, I'm not going to be able to provide that with this engine if you win. Secondly, you have to be able to come and get this engine here in Maryland from me. Now, what I think I'll do is meet you somewhere. If you could get yourself to Maryland, I'm willing to take this 100-pound engine, throw it in the back of my truck, gently set it in the back of my truck, at a time that's convenient for both of us, meet you and give you this engine. I'm not going to ship it, even if you're willing to pay for shipping. I'm not going to crate this up to ship it anywhere. I want to just throw it, set it, place it in the back of my pickup truck, and meet you to say hi. That's how I want to do it. It's my contest. I think I can do that part of it, I think. I'm not going to make you all jump through hoops. I'm not going to base it on need or ability or financial need or make you do anything for that. I'm just giving this away. So I tried to come up with the simplest way to have a contest, and the best way that I could come up with was basically doing a very simple lottery. If you want to win this engine, all you have to do is send an email to the email address that I'm going to put up here right now, theboatguywayne@gmail.com. Don't email Wayne the Boat Guy at gmail.com. That's a guy who's in Canada who sells boats. Yes, there really is another Wayne the Boat Guy in Canada, and he has my email address that I wanted, but he's been doing this stuff longer than me, and his name is Wayne, and he sells boats in Ontario, I believe. Seems like a nice guy. So, all you have to do is just email, "I would like the engine," to theboatguywayne@gmail.com. Oh, another thing, 1 entry per person. I am going to go through and check that, so each entry should have its own separate email address, and I guess technically if some of you had 2 or 3 email addresses, you could enter 2 or 3 times, but let's try to keep it fair. Now, if you do want the engine, make sure that you can make arrangements to meet me sometime in June, possibly, of this year, and I'll bring the engine, and you just have to have something that you can load it into. And I'm going to pick the winner during a live stream. That live stream will be Sunday, June 11th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard U.S. time. I will randomly pick a winner from all of the entries. I think there's like a app that I can use or a website that I can use where if I get like 200 entries, I can have it randomly pick a number between 1 and 200. I think that's what I'll use to do that because I want to do this completely unbiased. There's going to be no bribing me to be able to get this engine. Now, if you have other questions, please put them in the comments below. I may not have covered everything, and I'm hoping I'm doing this YouTube contest correct. I want to be correct and fair. There is no fees. I'm giving away this engine that does not run. It is seized up, as far as I know. I have, I think, 3 shorts talking about this engine. And once again, the reason that I'm not tackling it myself is I've never worked on one of these, and this has more complicated components on it. I don't want to have this engine completely apart and then be randomly trying to buy parts to guess what's wrong with it. And if you'd like to see the winner announced live, then tune in on my live stream Sunday, June 11th at 8 o'clock p.m., where I will pick the winner. I'm very excited. So until then, stay safe out there on the water, and thanks for watching. Here's another video. You can check this one out if you like.